NFC in Super Bowl 60? Who's going to represent the NFC? What team is coming out the NFC to be in Super Bowl 60? I'm honestly, and I say part two because the last stream was kind of a little bit off. But hopefully y'all can hear me clearly. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. This is an honest perspective from a Viking fan. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It's definitely going down. So in my honest opinion, the NFC is up in the air. You know, most of the time, if you're a fan of a team, you're going to choose that team. I, for sure, am going to choose the Vikings to represent the NFC for Super Bowl 60. But it could honestly be the Commanders. It could be the defending champions, the Eagles. I don't know about the Buccaneers or the Falcons. It could be the Lions. It could be did I say the Cowboys already? Not the Cowboys. Hey, let me take that back. Hey, listen, bro. Let me take that all the way back. The Panthers. What if the Panthers? I gotta see it to believe it. Not saying the Panthers can't do it, but they gotta show it. You know what I mean? They really show it. Just like the Vikings. Like every team gotta show it. To be honest with you, but I gotta see if they improved from last year. I think they were last in the division last season, so we'll see what the Panthers do this season. But in my honest opinion, I don't think they're going to represent the NFC. But we'll see. You never know. You never know. You can maybe be a last place team one year and become a Super Bowl champion the following year. I don't know. Who really knows? Don't nobody know. It's a guessing game. So if you're a Panthers fan, it's not me kind of come at y'all, but I don't know. The Cowboys, if Dak Prescott is healthy, I think the NFC East is listen, I'm not saying it's underrated, but it's a beast of a division. I think that besides the Giants, I think every team in that division is going to be pretty solid, including the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys, if Dak Prescott is healthy, he like a little bit above average quarterback or an average quarterback. He can make every throw. He just got to stop turning the ball over. They got a good wide receivers. I'm not sure about their running game, so we'll see what their running game looks like. And also, when it comes to the Eagles, we already know what the Eagles have. So I don't even really got to go down the list of what they have, but I'm a Viking fan, but I do respect what the Eagles did last year. They got the blueprint for the rest of the whole NFL, because to beat a great quarterback, you have to have the trenches on point, meaning your defensive line has to be good enough to contain Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes did not look like Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is still one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, but he was throwing at the dirt, bro. He was overthrowing tight ends and wide receivers and running backs. Like, he wasn't the same. So, and then the Eagles' offensive line protected Jalen Hurts. So they have a good team. I don't know every player that they lost and every player they gained, but they still got the wide receivers. They still got the running game. They still got the trenches on both sides. So me as a Viking fan from Pennsylvania, it kind of hurts my feelings a little bit, because at the end, not really hurt I'm joking when I say that. Like, I'm from PA, and the reason why I'm a Viking fan is because of Randy Moss. And it's crazy because the Eagles got 2 Super Bowls. The Steelers got 8 Super Bowls. I'm a proud Viking fan, but my goodness, can the Vikings get a dang old Super Bowl, bro? Can the Vikings represent the NFC in the Super Bowl 60? Can they represent the NFC? I could see the Rams running. I don't know. I was thinking about the Rams too. I don't know. With Matthew Stafford, they got great coaching. I like their defensive line. I love Jared Verse. I like some of the stuff that they have on their team. So yeah, they can probably do something. I like their wide receiver. What's his name? Acuna or whatever. Every time I say Acuna, I want to say Acuna Matata. I think a Lion King. But put your hand over the camera for a. Oh my goodness! Stop with that, bro. Stop with that. Oh, what's going on, Christopher? Steelers have 6 Super Bowls. Yeah, Steelers have 6 Super Bowls. So yeah, the Steelers got 6. The Eagles got 2. So altogether, they got 8 Super Bowls in Pennsylvania. And I'm just trying to catch 1 Super Bowl as a Viking fan. But anyway, everybody in the building, make sure y'all double tap the screen. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Give me your honest opinion on who. And I know it's just a prediction, and in your opinion, or who's going to represent the NFC in Super Bowl 60? Who do you think can come out on top and beat all the teams in the NFC to represent? Is it going to be the defending champions winning back-to-back Super Bowls? I'm going to keep it real with you. As a Viking fan, bro, I hope that don't happen because I live in Pennsylvania. I don't want to see the Eagles late. No disrespect to the Eagle fans out there, bro. No disrespect to the Eagle fans, but I'm going to keep it real and I'm going to talk that talk. I do not want to see y'all repeat. I do not want to see the Eagles repeat. Just like I don't want to see the Chiefs represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. I want somebody else to come out the AFC. I don't want to see the Chiefs. This is no disrespect to the Chiefs. I would like to see the Bengals. I would like to see the Ravens. I would like to see the Buffalo Bills. I would like to see somebody else. It could be the Texans, bro. As long as it's not the Chiefs, bro, I'm cool with the AFC, bro. But for the NFC, bro, I'm not cool with any team not representing the NFC in the Super Bowl besides my Minnesota Vikings. I need my Raiders. Hey, Raiders. Hey, listen, bro. I ain't going to sit here and cap. Y'all might look all right. Hey, listen. People sleeping on the Raiders. The Raiders might do something in the AFC, bro. They got that coach Pete. They made the move for my guy Geno Smith. I like Geno. I think that's a good little combination right there. And by the way, everybody better make sure y'all double tap, hit that like button. I'm a Viking fan, but you can still subscribe. I will be going live for every game. So if we go against your team, play by play with the scoreboard on my laptop and everything. So if we go against your team, we going at it, bro. We going to talk that trash in the comments. We going to have fun. We going to vibe out. And that's what sports is supposed to be, to bring everybody, no matter what your ethnicity, whatever you're from, the hood, the rich, or whatever. It doesn't matter where you're from, bro. The hood or the suburbs or wherever. Sports is designed to bring us together, and we cheering for a team. We have one common goal, to win a dang on Super Bowl. You know what I mean? That's what the goal is. But yeah, the Raiders definitely got they definitely got a chance. Hey Benson, can you stop putting that in the comments, bro? Please. Rams got a chance, in my opinion. The Rams, I look at it like this. I can't even hate on the Rams because as a Viking fan, we lost to the Rams in the wild card last year. But I will admit, I love what they got on their defensive line. I still like Matthew Stafford. I like Matthew Stafford even at his upper age. I think he's still a good quarterback. I love their coaching. But the thing about it, if they go against the Vikings this year, I feel like the Vikings going to get them because I think the Vikings on paper, and I'm saying on paper because you got to show it on the football field, we're a much better team than we was last season because our trenches are a lot better. I feel like our overall secondary is a lot better. I feel like our offensive line is a lot better. And I know this might sound crazy. It's our second-year quarterback, J.J. McCarthy. I think he's better than Sam Darnold. And listen, I know Sam Darnold did his thing last year, but before Sam Darnold did his thing last year, he was considered a bust, bro, until he came to the Vikings and was throwing the ball to one of the best wide receivers in the game. In my opinion, the best wide receiver in the game, and Justin Jefferson. So, Mike, thoughts on Dolphins-Steelers trade the other day? I gotta look into that. I gotta look into that. Ingram, that's crazy news, bro. I got no comments on that. But I will say this, though. I was talking about your Eagles, man. Listen, as much as, look, I'm a Viking fan. But at the end of the day, bro, I got a lot of respect for the Eagles, man. They got the perfect blueprint to win a Super Bowl. Run the ball. You know what I mean? Have the trenches on point on both sides of the ball. And you go from there. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Excuse me. Anything can happen. You know what I mean? Chase is better than Jefferson. I like Chase a lot. I'm not going to say he's better than Jefferson, but I got a lot of respect for him. You're entitled to your own opinion. You know what I mean? I like Chase. He's a dog, so I'm not going to hate on him. In my opinion, I think Justin Jefferson's a better overall player. But to say that Chase isn't better, in your opinion, you might be valid in some cases. But in my opinion, I think I'm valid. I feel like my opinion might be true as well. So that's one wide receiver that you could honestly compare to JJ, and I'd be like, okay, they definitely got similar numbers. But the one thing I think Justin Jefferson overall package is on another level, in my opinion, when it comes to receiving yards. When it comes to touchdowns, I think Chase might have more touchdowns. Maybe, I don't know. But I do think Chase is a very good wide receiver, so I'm not going to sit here and hate on him. Two great wide receivers being compared, I don't got no problem with that. I guess it just depends on what type of wide receiver you like. Like, for instance, I'm a Randy Moss guy, right? Somebody might put Terrell Owens above Randy Moss. And I'm not hating on Terrell Owens. I think Terrell Owens, in my opinion, is like is one of the greatest wide receivers of all time. I don't care what people say about Terrell Owens. Terrell Owens, to me, is, if it wasn't for Randy Moss, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. If it wasn't for Randy Moss, Terrell Owens would be my favorite wide receiver of all time, bro. If it wasn't for Randy Moss. And look, and I'm a Viking fan. I could say Chris Carter. But nope, I got T.O. I got T.O. right there, bro. I'm a big Terrell Owens guy. A.J. Brown is better than both. Stop it. Then I'm not going to go that far. Yeah, hit that like button. Chase got triple crown, though. But both sides got a point. I think it depends on what your flavor is. Like, what kind of wide receiver you like. But in my opinion, I think JJ overall is the best. But I can't really knock anybody that says Chase is better, though. Like, Chase is up there. Like, Chase is like neck and neck with Justin Jefferson in certain instances. When it comes to receiving yards and all that, I don't think he up there with JJ. When it comes to touchdowns, he might got JJ with touchdowns. But don't forget, JJ missed a lot of games too. What season was that when he had a hamstring injury? And I think he missed like 10 games, and he still had over 1,000 receiving yards. And let me say this right now about Brown, A.J. Brown. I love A.J. Brown as a wide receiver. Am I putting him above J.J.? No, I'm not doing that. But I love A.J. Brown. If you talk about a good possession wide receiver and a deep threat wide receiver that got hands, that rarely drops a ball, I like A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown, one of them dudes, bro. He one of them dogs. I would love, hey, listen, I would love to have A.J. Brown on the Vikings, bro. Like, real talk, bro. I remember before the Eagles got him, a lot of people were trying to say he's just a slot wide receiver. No, that's a deep threat wide receiver. He could do everything. He could do everything, bro. He's a deep threat. He's a slot wide receiver. He could do everything. He could block. I love his heart. I love his energy. I love that he doesn't back down from no corner. Hey, listen, I ain't hating on A.J. Brown, but I feel like there's levels to the game. There's J.J. up here, and then Chase maybe a tad bit lower. A.J. Brown just a tad bit lower than him. I just think Justin Jefferson is a better wide receiver overall. If you look at the numbers, if you look at just the play, just your eyes, I'm just keeping it real. I'm pretty sure a lot of Eagle fans will say if they had the chance to trade A.J. Brown for Justin Jefferson, would they do it straight up? I guarantee you 85% of the Eagle fan base will say yes. 85%. 85% will say that. If it was the Bengals, like for Chase versus the trade for JJ, I think about that's a little bit closer. So that might be like 65, 70%. They might do it. Because Chase is like such a great wide. Look, and I'm not hating on A.J. Brown. I'm not hating on him. I'm just saying Chase is he's a different dude, bro. But Justin Jefferson for me is that guy. But getting back to what I was saying. Hold on. Crazy that Chase and JJ was. Yeah, I know. And there was rumors that JJ would have got traded to the Bengals. There was rumors about that before we gave him that big contract. There was rumors about him going to the Bengals. Chase and Jefferson are equals. They just have different styles of play. Right. Exactly. I don't know about the equal part, but I do agree they both got different styles of play. And I feel like JJ's just a little bit better. A little bit better. Not like crazy amount. But I do have they do play a little bit different. I just think JJ, and I'm not hating on the quarterbacks that we have, but I feel like if JJ Justin Jefferson, if JJ McCarthy is what we think he is, his numbers are gonna look even better, bro. That's what's crazy. Like Justin Jefferson was getting the ball thrown by Kirk Cousins. I'm not trying to hate on Kirk. He was getting the ball thrown to him by Nick Mullins. Hold on. Joshua Dobbs. Hold on. Let me keep going. Joshua Dobbs. And who was the last quarterback? Sam Darnold was solid, but come on, bro. Sam Darnold, Kirk Cousins, Joshua Dobbs, Nick Mullins. Look up Nick Mullins, and then y'all come back to me. Look up Joshua Dobbs, and y'all come back to me and tell me, how did Justin Jefferson keep doing what he's doing with his production with quarterbacks that are below average? I'm talking about Joshua Dobbs and Nick Mullins. Nick Mullins is an interception machine. Joshua Dobbs, if y'all know who I'm talking about, please leave in the comments below. Interception machine, no accuracy, and Justin Jefferson still was doing his thing and making them look better than what they are, bro. No disrespect. Kirk Cousins he's a solid quarterback. Sam Darnold before last season, he was considered a bust. Justin Jefferson, and that's what I'm nervous about with Sam Darnold. I'm cheering for Sam Darnold, not against the Vikings, but I'm cheering for Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold was throwing to Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison and TJ Hawkinson, and he had a good running game. I'm not saying the Seahawks don't got no talent, but there's levels to the game. So Sam Darnold might take a couple steps back, but I'm not hating on anybody that y'all say that's a good wide receiver compared to JJ, because everybody is entitled to their own opinion. But what I will say is, if you look at the numbers, it might be a little bit more similar when it comes to Chase, and then you got to look at the eye test too, because look, as a Sixer fan, I'm a Sixer fan, right? Tobias Harris almost averaged 20 points, 19 points a game. Tobias Harris is not that good, bro. I ain't trying to hate. I'm just keeping it real. Hey, Cab, what's up, Word Ups? Oh, TJ Watt. Yeah, TJ Watt. Yeah, I think the Steelers are going to be good. I think the Steelers made a bad mistake. All right, I like Aaron Rodgers. Look, I ain't sitting there and hating on Aaron Rodgers, bro. And look, we talking about a lot of different stuff. By the way, please answer the question. Who's going to represent the NFC for Super Bowl 60? Is it going to be the Eagles, Cowboys, Vikings, Packers, Lions, Buccaneers, Falcons? Who do y'all think? The Saints? Who y'all think? But I think the Steelers made a mistake because, yes, they got Aaron Rodgers, right? And Aaron Rodgers wanted to come to the Vikings. You want to know why he wanted to come to the Vikings? You want to know why it took him so long to make the decision to go to the Steelers? Because he was waiting on the Vikings to make a decision, because he wanted to play with Justin. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. He wanted to throw the ball to Justin Jefferson, bro. He wanted to throw the ball to Justin Jefferson, bro. He know that our overall team is really good on paper. I don't know how it's going to be on the field. On paper, the Vikings made a lot of good offseason moves. So, but I like Aaron Rodgers. I don't think he's definitely not in his prime. He's solid. He's not the best. And I think the Steelers made a mistake in the draft when they passed up on Shedeur Sanders like 50 times in the draft, when you could have still signed Aaron Rodgers and had Shedeur Sanders right behind him. So after a couple years of Aaron Rodgers, maybe, you have Shedeur Sanders sitting right behind him, and you could have started him. I don't understand why the Steelers passed up on him. I think Shedeur would have been perfect in Pittsburgh, bro. My top receivers: Chase, JJ, St. Brown, AJ, CeeDee Lamb. That's a good one. You know what? I feel like there's another wide receiver we're missing out on, bro. I feel like there's another wide receiver we're missing out on. Or maybe because Diggs was so good. out of Maryland in a 5th round pick that it made Felton get picked in the 3rd. Okay, I got you. I got to see the Bengals and Vikings play. It was the season that got injured game. Nick Mullins at quarterback for the Vikings. Oh my gosh, bro. I don't even want to talk about it. I like Darius Slay and Ramsey as the corners. Yeah, that's gonna be nasty. That's gonna be nasty. I think that Darius Slay they think he's done. I don't think he's done. I like Jalen Ramsey. If he stays healthy, if they both stay healthy, that's gonna be a nice little 1-2 punch at the corner position. So I agree with everything you're saying, bro. What's up, bro? But yeah, I like CeeDee Lamb, but I would take Mike Evans. You know what? If you look at Mike Evans' numbers since he's been in the NFL, and listen, I looked this up and I was like, I'm not surprised. Every year that Mike Evans been in the NFL, he had over 1,000 receiving yards. He's been in the NFL for like 10 plus seasons. He's been in the NFL for 10 plus seasons. Every single season, and you can look it up if you don't believe me, Mike Evans had over 1,000 receiving yards. Mike Evans is one of the greatest wide receivers of all time that does not get the love that he deserves. And I know there's a lot of other great wide receivers that were playing around the same time he was playing. So some of the credit and some of the shine's not going to be bright on him as much as it should. But I gotta get some shine to Mike Evans, because Mike Evans, when I tell you he's one of the greatest wide receivers of all time, I mean every word, bro. Mike Evans has never in his career received less than 1,000 yards in a season. So shout out to Mike Evans, man. That's another good wide receiver. Y'all. Don't forget about my man Donna. Now, he's not in this conversation, bro. Like, I like Devontae Smith. He like a good second. He not a first string wide receiver right now, bro. Like, the dudes we talking about, every wide receiver we talking about is a first string. Not saying that Devontae Smith can't be, but right now he hasn't been that guy. It's been A.J. Brown. And I'm pretty sure you will agree with that. Like, A.J. Brown, he's the number one option, bro. Brown is the best wide receiver on that team. And Devontae Smith gets the secondary corner, the second string corner. He don't get the number one corner. A.J. Brown gets that number one corner. And not hating, it's kind of like Jordan Addison. I'm a big Jordan Addison guy. Like, in 2 seasons, Jordan Addison has 19 touchdowns in 2 seasons, bro. That's amazing production, right? But guess what? He's not getting the first string corner, bro. He's not getting double team and triple team like Justin Jefferson. And Justin Jefferson is still getting his numbers, bro. So I'm not hating on Devontae Smith, but the conversation we're having at the best wide receivers in the game, Devontae Smith, I don't think he's there yet. Not yet. Hold on. Not yet, bro. Not yet. I think A.J. Brown is the best wide receiver on your team. Go Birds. We got Go Birds. That's because he's playing with A.J. My man can be. But no, since he's not the number one, you can't have it both ways. Until he is the number one on the team, he can't be the number one. He can't be in the number one wide receiver conversation. You get what I'm saying? Like, he's a number 2 wide receiver on his own team. So the first dude I'm gonna choose is A.J. Brown. Maybe on another team he can, and then we will have a different conversation. But until he's the number 1 wide receiver, he's not going to be in that category with the Chases and the Justin Jeffersons and the Browns and the wide receivers of that caliber yet. I'm not saying he can't be, but until he gets that number 1 spot, bro, like, he got to go to another team. Unless A.J. Brown leaves, his production is nowhere close to Justin Jefferson's, nowhere close to Jamar Chase, nowhere close to those dudes that I'm talking about, bro. And that's not hate on him because he's the number 2 option. Not saying not saying he's not a good wide receiver, but until he goes and has his own team or he's the number 1 option, I can't disrespect Jamar Chase. I can't disrespect Justin Jefferson by saying Davante Adams is up there with them. Nope. Nope. Because he's not getting the number 1 corner. He's not the one getting double teamed like AJ is. Nope. I can't put him up there yet. I can't put him up there yet, bro. Yeah, I can say the same thing about Jordan Addison. I can say the same thing about Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. When you get a chance, right, look up the route running of Justin Jefferson. It's like ballet, bro. It's like in slow mo. Listen, I don't know another route runner. What's the, hold up. What's the wide receiver from the Steelers back in the day? I can't think of his name. Oh, Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown's route running was like ballet. And guess what? It's same thing with Justin Jefferson, bro. Look at some of his replays, some of his highlights. How he be breaking the number 1 cornerback down, bro. It's crazy. His footwork is on another level, bro. It's on another level. But I'm not taking nothing from Devontae Smith, man. I think he's a very good wide receiver. But I just can't put him there yet. I can't put him there yet. And I like Devontae Smith. What's going on, Steve? Everybody in the building, make sure y'all double tap, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I go live for every single Minnesota Viking game this season. And even if you're not a Viking fan, consider subscribing because I will go live. And then if we play your team, you could watch me do a play-by-play and watch me say, we beating the brakes off of your squad. You know what I mean? We beating the brakes off of your squad. And it's all fun and games, you know what I mean? It's all fun and games until you mess around, go against that purple and gold, and then you wonder what it is. Because the Vikings ain't going nowhere. The Vikings are going to be the contenders. They're going to represent the Super Bowl. They're going to represent the NFC in Super Bowl 60. Jaden coming, bro. Glad y'all sleeping on. No. I ain't sleeping on. No, I'm not. Heck no. I'm not sleeping on Jaden. Heck no. The Commanders. Hey, listen. I said this earlier in the live. And if anybody, I don't know if Ingram, if you're still on. I said the NFC East is going to be, it should be called the NFC Beast. And the reason why I say that, because it's a beast of a division. I think Jaden Daniels, and with the improvements that they made with the Commanders, the Eagles are the defending champions. And then the Cowboys, I know I can't stand the Cowboys. It is what it is. I'm a Viking fan. It is what it is. But believe it or not, bro, I got a feeling about the Cowboys this year, y'all. Not saying they're going to be the best in the division, but they're not going to be a pushover. And if Dak Prescott is healthy, the Cowboys might have a lot of shocking wins this upcoming season. I don't know. The Giants are going to be the Giants ain't going to be good. Now, that's the one team in that division that I think is probably only going to get like 4 wins, bro. No disrespect to all the Giant fans. I don't believe in y'all. I don't believe in y'all. I don't. It is what it is. I don't believe in y'all. When it comes to the NFC North, my division, of course, you got the Vikings, you got the Packers, you got the Lions, you got the Bears. I got the Packers, Lions, and Vikings, tough teams. The Bears are going to surprise people. I think Caleb Williams is going to have a nice season this year. His second year in the NFL. I know category he can be the Super Bowl champion category. Well, of course, that's the easy way you could say that. They won a Super Bowl, but guess what? It's not just him that won a Super Bowl. He wasn't the MVP. He wasn't the MVP. Your whole team was great. It's a team sport. It's a team sport. What's going on? Sleep on a... No, I'm not. Do we play the Vikings? I think we do. And we're going to beat the brakes off of the Commanders. Hey, listen, all you Commander fans, all you Eagle fans, all you Cowboy fans, Packer fans, Bears fans, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Don't be mad at me. I'm telling y'all right now, I'm giving y'all a heads up. When you play against the Vikings, we're going to beat the brakes off of y'all, and I will be going live play-by-play. The only way that people could shut me up for this upcoming season, if your team beats me, I'll give you all the props. I'll give you all the respect. But I will be live for every single Viking game except for week 2 because I will be in Minnesota possibly for the home opener. So, yeah, like, listen, we gonna beat the brakes off of all y'all, bro, for real. Yup. Detroit got something to prove, yeah. Yeah, they got something to prove, but they're not gonna be able to prove it against the Vikings. I think Aiden Hutchinson, McNeil's gonna be healthy. I think the Detroit Lions are a good team. I like Jared Goff. I like Gibbs, their running back. They have one of the best running backs in the game. So I agree. But are they going to be good enough? Hey, are they going to be good enough to beat us, though? That's the thing. Are they good enough to beat us? Lewis Cine won a championship, too. What does it? Exactly. Like, I'm not saying, like, Devontae Smith is, like, a way better player for his position. He did a lot more. But, like, you got bench warmers that got Super Bowl champions. So what's that say? Like, that doesn't mean that Devontae Smith is better than JJ. If you was to, and I know Ingram, I know you're joking, right? You're just trolling me. If you was to go to any Eagle fan right now, and you said I would trade Devontae Smith for Justin Jefferson straight up, I guarantee you 99.9% of the people will say, yes, I will do that trade in a heartbeat. Stop capping. I know you would. Stop capping. You know darn well y'all would take Justin Jefferson over Devontae Smith. You know this. And you know this, bro. We're not going to sit here and do that. We know. And Lewis Cine, I mean, he got a championship, but dang. We know the vibes with that. What's up with the bull, Adrian Peterson? I know, man. Honestly, I don't even want to talk about that, bro. Like, Adrian Peterson, one of my favorite players of all time. And I got his autograph on my wall. And I'm a big Adrian Peterson guy, but he gotta get some bodyguards. He gotta figure something out, man. Hey, yeah. We gonna beat the brakes off for y'all. JJ McCarthy time, baby. Stop it. That jersey is cool. Hey, listen. When I was in the military, y'all, I got this for my NCO. So they got the American flag. It's a Harrison Smith jersey. My favorite jersey. I wear it a lot. I wear this jersey a lot. I have so much respect for my NCO for giving this jersey to me. It's my favorite jersey of all time. And what makes it so special to me is Harrison Smith is one of my favorite players of all time. So it's a double win. It's a double whammy for me, bro. But yeah. Salute to everybody that's in the building. Had JJ played a snap in the preseason, he did. Not in the regular season. He tore his meniscus in the preseason last year. Nah, he gonna be all right though, Star Child. Make sure y'all, everybody that got something to say about JJ McCarthy, keep that same energy when we beat the brakes off of y'all team. Because I'm not gonna say he's gonna be the best quarterback in the 2024 NFL draft, but he will be a top 2. In my honest opinion. I think Bo Nix was a good pick. I think Jaden Daniels was a good pick. I think Caleb was a good pick. Drake might be a good pick if the Patriots could build around him. There's a lot of good quarterbacks, bro. It's a lot of competition, but I think J.J. McCarthy was the right pick at number 10 in the 2024 NFL Draft. But make sure y'all hit that like button, though. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. We going live for every single game. Appreciate y'all. And I also will be covering the Timberwolves on this channel. And no, I'm not a Timberwolves fan. I'm a Sixer fan. I'm Philly, everything besides football. But on this channel, we cover the Vikings and the Timberwolves. Big time Viking fan. Timberwolves, I'm not. But I love basketball. I like Ant-Man. And my whole goal is to try to build this channel up by covering the Timberwolves because it's Minnesota. So that's the reason why I'm covering the Timberwolves. Even though I do like some of the players on their team. I like Ant-Man. I like Jaden McDaniels. I like Nas Reed. I like a lot of their players. So, Yes, Jonathan Allen. He going to have something. Yes. Jonathan Allen. Don't forget about Hargrave. Hargrave. I think our defensive line is going to be crazy. We're going to get pressure up the middle. We got Jonathan Grenard. We got Andrew Van Ginkel. We got one of the best middle linebackers in Blake Hashman if he's healthy. We got a lot of dogs on this team, bro. The Vikings defense secondary. It's going to be nasty. Mekhi Blackman coming off that injury going to be nasty. Isaiah Rodgers from the Eagles is going to be nasty. We got some dogs, bro. We got some dogs on this team. Love the Vikings home. Yeah. You know, I became a Viking fan from Pennsylvania because of sorry about the noise, y'all. I became a Viking fan because of Randy Moss. But I love the colors. Purple, what purple signifies is royalty. You know what I mean? So I love the color purple. So, and Johnny Newton, right. He going for, yup. Yeah, he said he was tired of losing. Hey, you ain't, oh, stop it. I bet you think that bull, the Sixers sign, is the best thing since sliced bread, Mike. Hey, listen, Eagle, stop trying to trying to kill the vibe, bro. Please don't kill my vibe. Nah, bro. I ain't gonna say that, but I just need him to do his job, bro. You talking about Wofford? He just gotta do his job, bro. Rebound the dang on ball. That's all I care about. Well, he left just in time. Last time check, Vikings lost the same team we beat down. Hey, listen, bro. I ain't worried about none of that you talking about, bro. Because when we go against y'all, we going to beat the brakes off of y'all. See, listen, y'all talking crazy. Y'all talking spicy. Keep that same energy when we play y'all. And don't be mad and unsubscribe if you subscribed already when we finally do beat y'all. Don't be mad at me. I tried to tell you that we're going to beat y'all. The Vikings are going to represent the NFC in Super Bowl 60, bro. Nobody's beating us, in my honest opinion. I'm just conversating with y'all to get y'all perspective. We beating the brace off of the Eagles. We beating the brace off of the Cowboys. We beating the brace off of the Commanders. We beating the brace off of the Packers. We beating the brace off of the Lions, the Bucks, the Rams, any team, bro. We don't got no picks, bro. Our team is going to be better than a lot of y'all. What we betting on that game? Hey, listen. Hey, listen, bro. We bet bragging rights. Whoever wins has bragging rights. You feel me? Whoever wins has bragging rights. But yeah, it's definitely going down, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Everybody that's in the building, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button on this channel. I will be going live for every single Minnesota Viking game. And if we go against your team, I will be live with the scoreboard and everything. So even if you're not a Viking fan, we're going to vibe out and have fun. And I'll give you my honest perspective on your team. I know a little bit about everybody's team. I don't know everything, obviously, but you know what I mean? I'll try to give you my best opinion on what you ask. And also, I will be covering the Timberwolves as well on this channel. I won't be going play-by-play as much because I'm a Sixer fan on my other channel. By the way, if you're a basketball fan or a baseball fan or a boxing fan, subscribe to my other channel. It's called Mike Sports, S-P-O-R-T-S, Vibes, V-I-B-E-Z, Ballin', B-A-L-L-I-N-G. I have like 500 something subscribers on that channel. Subscribe to that channel. That channel, I talk about, I do NBA playoffs. I talk about the Sixers. I talk about the Phillies. And I will be doing boxing as well. We got a lot of big fights in boxing coming up. So if you guys are into boxing, make sure y'all subscribe to that channel. Because I'm a big boxing fan. So, yeah. Hey, listen. We beating the brakes off of the Eagles and the Commanders. Yeah, ain't nobody worrying about the Eagles, bro. Hey, listen, you don't got to tell us that you're an Eagle fan, bro. Don't nobody care about that, bro. Hey, listen, don't nobody care that you an Eagle fan, bro. You can tell the whole world, bro, we're going to beat the brakes off of the Eagles when we play y'all. I'm letting you know that right now. As a Viking fan, I'm going to talk that talk and walk that walk. And if we do lose, I'll give you the credit. But until then, until y'all make me shut up by beating my team, I'm going to talk that talk. And every Viking fan should know what it is. We coming for Super Bowl 60, baby. We represent the NFC. Ain't nobody stopping the Vikings this year. Not the Cowboys, nobody. Not the defending champions, the Eagles. You know what I mean? All that E-A-E-L-E. We ain't worried about none of that. Vikings used to eat Eagles back in the day, bro. We ain't worried about none of that you talking about, bro. We ain't worried about none of that, the Eagles thinking they all that, bro. We gonna beat the brakes off of them. The Commanders, like, come on, bro. Jaden Daniels is gonna get destroyed by our defense, bro. Your defense ain't gonna have a chance against our offense, bro. Like, I'm talking that talk right now. I know. Don't be mad at me. I'm gonna keep talking too. I can't wait. Hey, listen, bro. Hey, listen, I'm gonna keep talking. Hey, listen, I ain't scared. Listen, I will admit when I'm wrong. I be wrong a lot about some stuff, bro. But I don't think I'm wrong about this, y'all. I feel like the Vikings are so slept on. And look, as they should be, because we haven't done anything in a while. We had a very good record, and we lost in the wild card to the Rams. Okay, so be it, whatever. But that's the past. That's before we got J.J. McCarthy. That's before we have the dudes in the trenches on the offensive line and defensive line. That's before we had the type of culture that we have right now on both offense and defense, special teams and everything. So it's a little bit different, bro. There's levels to the game. Like Meek Mill said, there's levels to the game, young bull. There's levels to the game. Yeah, I'm going to talk my talk, Eagle. Some Eagle, I'm going to talk my talk. Yeah, for real, risky. Nah, we ain't worried about none of that you talking about, bro. Nah, that's not true, bro. His arm is not bad, bro. You're going to see. See, y'all can talk that now because the season ain't started. But once the season started, and you see the Vikings being 5-0, when you see the Vikings being 7-0, when you see the Vikings being like 10-1 or something like that, we finished the season only losing one game. We have home field advantage throughout the playoffs, and we beat the brakes off of everybody. And we win our first Super Bowl 60, representing the NFC in the Super Bowl. Y'all ain't going to be saying none of that, bro. This is our year, bro. Why not the Vikings this year? That's my question. Why not the Vikings, bro? Why not the Vikings? Why not us? Forget all that, bro. Listen. I ain't scared to say it. I'm going to keep talking that talk about my squad. I'm going to keep talking that talk, man. Vikings fan for life. It is what it is. Let's go to the bowl. Y'all know the vibes. We here, baby. But I feel like the answer to the question for the whole live stream, man, the Vikings will represent the NFC for Super Bowl 60. That's just my opinion. We gonna definitely see, though. But a shout out to everybody in the building. I'm about to get off. Have a wonderful day. And as always, God bless and be safe. And make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe button on your way out. And until next time. And again, I will be going live for every Minnesota Viking game. I will be going live for some Timberwolves games and putting shorts out and all that. So make sure y'all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Share if you know any other Viking fans or Timberwolves fans. And I'm out. Peace. Peace and blessings, bro. You too, bro.